9, 5, 0.
Welcome to the 950 Lounge Show, hosted by Kevin KP Pryor, the LeBron James of the radio game, the amazing Steph Pearl, the extremely hilarious Rodeo, Mike the moderator, and of course, Backstage Ed. You are listening to the best team in radio. And now I present the 950 Lounge.
We're back on the ride, 950 Lounge, still joined by the best team in radio. Our girl Dre from the Dre Report is rocking with us. And we have a special guest. She's someone we've seen grow through her journey. And I am so proud of this young lady. I don't know if she knows that, but I want to say that here. I'm giving her flowers while she's here. She's somebody who's grown. You've seen her in all type of films. The Blueprint, Self-Made Millionaire, Pocket Full of Game, and Sister's Keeper. Ladies and gentlemen, friends of the show and family of the show, the lovely, super talented Miss Katherine Nunez. What's going on, darling?
Oh, my God. Good afternoon. I love that intro. Thank you.
That's what I do, baby.
This is why I said I'm coming. Like, when you want me to be there.
You said that right.
That's it. That's the inside joke.
I already know.
Here I am, R-A-W. But Captain, thank you for joining us today. And I know we were supposed to do it a few weeks ago, and you got caught up in the Crescent City.
Yes.
Hope you had a good time. I know I had fun when I was in. Well, not too much when I was in New Orleans. I was chained. But that's another story.
You was with a girl.
But more than that. But any event. Welcome back to the show. You've been doing a lot of things. You have, obviously, we're all part of the Bars family as well. Melody's here. And one thing about you, you're somebody one thing that I always admired about you, you're somebody who puts the work in. Like, you grind, you're a gym rat from a sports analogy.
I wish I was really a gym rat, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I get in the paint, I get dirty.
Yeah,
like,
get it going.
I like to work. I don't know. Like, I like to I like to explore, like, different parts of me too. Yeah. And like you said, you've known me through every single, like, even from when I was modeling. Mm-hmm. Like, you've seen that journey, getting into acting, hosting, right, and now executive producing my own show. And it's been quite the journey. It's not easy, but I've learned that life is just not going to be easy. You got to work. That's just what it is. Mm-hmm. And you got to have fun. You got to enjoy the journey.
For some people who are watching this, right, and I think, again, in 2026, people they'll look at a video, they'll look at an independent film and go, yeah, I can do that. And everybody thinks they can add their own ad-lib, but you're somebody, again, who puts the work in. For those who don't know, talk about just kind of, putting yourself into roles, becoming the roles, and really being an actor of the game. Because I think people don't get that part, So, like, an actor of the game or like an actor in film? So, in films, like, I mean, you have to start at the very beginning. And it's like my show. Like, we always start at the very beginning. Mm-hmm. You got to start taking acting classes. You got to start doing character development. You got to be able to, like, really see life from, like, a different point of view. You have to be empathetic to everybody. The villain has a reason why they're doing what they're doing. Right. So, like, when you start looking at life that way, mm-hmm, it's like almost like you're indebted to everybody, and like how you want to, like, as an actress, I will always want to make sure that I tell the story, whatever story that I'm a part of. I want to make sure I tell it the most authentic way, mm-hmm, and that's something that you have to be able to, like, be an empath, and be empathetic to everybody's journey and what they're going through. So, yeah. So, acting classes, building a community of actors, and you find that in an acting class. Mm-hmm. And then, getting the work done, getting headshots, reels, like, that's expensive too. The investment.
It's the investment. And all that stuff costs money. It's not cheap. People think, oh, like, when am I going to see you in that next film? Like, it's so it's so easy. But sometimes, like, for me, I took 2 years off from acting because mentally I couldn't show up anymore. It was very draining. Mm-hmm. But I still love acting, and I am going to come back. I said to everybody, it's not that I left. I just needed to take some time off. I was dealing with a lot of personal stuff. Yes. And I wanted to produce my own show. Yeah. Like, I wanted to know what that feels like, to, like, be able to, like, be the one that calls the shots and
goo.
tell the story the way I want to tell it. And like, I know how I want my show to look. I'm very, very detailed. That's why it took me so long to put out a show, because I was like, what is this going to be? I don't want to just do it to do it.
Right.
Because any pretty girl can get in front of the camera and, you know, talk about all the stuff that's clout chasing and like, you know, very sexually driven shows.
You gotta have substance.
But I think with my show, and on my show we get spicy. We have a segment where we do get a little spicy, Tales After Dark. But the show is a storytelling platform, and I want people to come on my show feel safe to tell their story. A lot of people in the industry don't get to do that on platforms. They only have like 20, 30 minutes. On my show, we sit down for an hour. We're gonna have a drink, and I'm gonna ask you, what was Baby K like? What was Baby Kev like?
Right.
You know what I mean? What was Baby Drea like? Like, I really start to humanize the person, because that's what acting is too.
I used to throw rib bones at people. He can tell you that, but that's another story when I was a kid. Go ahead, Dre, jump in.
I just, you know, I have my own podcast, which I told you.
Yes.
And you're right, it's not easy. People think that, you know, it's just, you know, you record, you look cute, and then people listen. It's, oh my God, like, you know, you're in front of a camera, you start talking to people. No, it's not just that.
You have to have, like,
you also have to learn how to grasp the audience. You know, I'm sure that majority of the people watching your show are women.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I did interview some men because I want to get, you know, I was like, I got to cater to everybody. But yeah, no, women. And I love women because women are very supportive and they're the ones that spend the money.
Right.
Let's be honest, you know.
It's true, though.
Women love to
You're
spend.
starting, Katherine.
It's true. Women like
It's
to
true.
spend the money.
That's-
Men like to save. Women like to spend.
Spend men's money, but that's another.
It keeps you guys motivated.
Like I said, old
though.
face
I
20s.
spend
or
all-
old-
keeps you
I spend yours.
motivated.
I spend everybody's
It keeps
money.
them
Who got it?
motivated.
Charge!
Go ahead, but I was before.
I'm
But
so sorry.
one thing I'm gonna say, because I said we watched you grow, but I'm glad that you have mentioned that. Even though you wanted to go into another field, you did the homework. You just didn't say, "Oh, I want to be in a movie. Put me in a movie." No, you went to acting class, so you did the homework.
In
And a lot of
New
people
York
don't do
and
that.
LA.
Yeah, people don't do that. They just think automatically, "Oh, I just could go into that." Nah, just because you got a mic or just got a phone with a camera, that doesn't make you an actor. That don't make you actor. That don't even make you a singer.
No.
Or nothing.
And let me tell you, people have tried to get me to sing.
Really?
Yes. Because they're like, oh, you're so pretty. You got the following. You could just like do a song. And I sat down and I was like, can I do a song? I mean, I'm an actress. I can probably act like I'm a singer,
What,
right?
lip sync?
Yeah, well, I don't know, right? They got
You know.
auto-tune and everything, right? So I'm like, I could probably write a cute little
Verse.
I tried. I said, absolutely not. Leave this to Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Who you want to be hugging?
Yeah, I cannot. I would not.
Like, we all know our strengths and our weaknesses.
Yeah, I
It's
feel
like,
like
I probably sound good in the shower, but like, am I gonna set? Like, do you want to put yourself on a platform where you know it's not? You're not giving yourself 100%.
absolutely not. Not
Somebody
even
said, I
on
had
karaoke.
Dre in my shower. It did sound good.
I'm just saying, I don't know about y'all. Don't let the raspy.
Let's talk a little bit about you stepping back from acting to pursue other endeavors. Now, while I can fully understand the part of pursuing other endeavors, let's talk a little bit about what people never talk about. When you step away from one thing to go to another, it allows you in a roundabout way to gain clarity about what you stepped away from. It gives you a different vantage point. So having stepped away from acting to pursue other endeavors, when you look back at acting, when you look back at that time period, which you've already said you plan on returning to, what is one thing you've learned looking back that you never realized at that time?
You know, that I feel like, I mean, when I stepped away, I was like, damn, you know, like I was a little bit upset. But I realized that I have a craft that's never going away, ever. Like, I can be 75 and audition for a role if I want to. And I just have to, you know, what I do know is that I have a little bit of ADHD. I can't do two things like multiple things at the same time. I like to really focus and put my all into one thing and let that be successful. I feel personally that I did succeed in my acting career. I've done a lot of projects. I've worked with a lot of amazing actors. Maybe not the A-listers, but a lot of the people that I think are great that are gonna be A-listers, I've worked with them. And I saw what that was like. I saw what it was like to produce. I was always on set watching what everyone behind the scene was doing. So I already knew that that was a lane that I definitely wanted to be in. And now I want to produce my own film. Like I realized that stepping away from acting and producing a show, I'm like, okay, I can if I could produce the show, I can definitely produce a film, and I have a community of people that I can hire, you know. And I want to like Ryan Coogler it, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
If you were to take this time to critique, if Kathy could critique Kathy, which Kathy I'm sure has in your private time, but if you could critique you, what is an area that you look at from your acting career that now that you've matured, you realize you weren't as mature then as you thought you were?
I think that now when I come back into acting, I'm going to come from a more calm place, like a more grounded place. I don't think I was necessarily grounded when I started acting. You have to ground yourself, right, in certain moments, but I was dealing with so much in my personal life. It was hard, like, to even separate a lot of times. And you could tell, like, in my expressions, like, you could tell, like, sometimes less is more in acting. So that's something.
How proud of you of your growth? Because I know, like, for myself, like, I think it might have been like a week or two ago, I'm in the house, I'm doing something in the house, and I'm thinking about the first time I heard my voice on a commercial, right? It was a public service announcement for the city of New York, right? And I'm like, I'm thinking about it, and, you know, my mom is always supportive. But as I look at myself now, X amount of commercials in, public service announcement, 1,000 YouTube channels that I've narrated for. I'm like, yo, bro, you weren't it then. Welcome back to Earth.
Right.
Right. And now I'm sharper for the experience. Is it the same for you? Do you look at yourself and be like, I thought I was an Oscar award winning.
I thought I was it.
But now I realize I wasn't Grant's Tomb on Thursday night worthy.
Oh wow, you're taking it back.
But now, yeah, I'm ready for the Oscars.
Exactly. But you should always feel like you're ready for the Oscars. I feel like, you know, always have that mentality. Like that's what I always aimed for. Like I always say, I can't wait for my Oscar.
That's the
Every
carrot.
caption I will always put my next Oscar, you know. But I think that you also have to put in the work, like to get to that point, and you have to surround yourself around those people too. And that's not easy to do. And I realized that, okay, I'm dealing with too much. I can't really go as hard as I want to go with acting. Let me just take a step back, build my platform, make my money, and then I can start getting back into it.
We need to put you on the in the front row in the Knicks game now. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know.
Well, don't go
Listen,
game 3.
I love the Knicks. I love the Knicks. I'll sit anywhere to watch the Knicks. I'll sit in the bleachers.
Especially after this game.
Yeah.
Well, game 3, maybe Trump might play. Come on.
Oh, Trump.
You can go. You can go.
Yeah, he would call me fat.
No, he wouldn't. Trust me. No, he wouldn't. But anyway, we're not going into family program. And we're not Jackson Dart. So we're going to take a quick break. I want to come back. I want to talk about the podcast.
Yes.
Because that's what you got going on now. So, you know, some really interesting stuff. I'm a fan of it. And I know Mel is. Mel's in the
Yeah,
building.
Mel
So
loves
let's take
it.
a quick break. The superstar, Katherine Nunez, is 9:50. Don't go nowhere. We're back on the Ride 9 Lounge, the best team in radio. Our girl Dre talks, Miss Dre. And our guest superstar, Katherine Nunez. You got a podcast. You joined this side of Mike.
Yes,
I
I
did.
did.
So you are welcome to the world of talking.
Welcome to
You were going to say the dark side.
Nah,
Well, that too.
Is
Something
it
with
that stressful?
You got a black outfit on. You know what I'm saying?
But
Black outfit on. I love New York.
obviously you're rocking with our girl Mel. Obviously
Yes.
Melanie, God bless her, she's phenomenal. But talk about how you got into the podcast, and tell us a little bit about it.
So I got into the podcast world because initially I was writing my book, Tales of a Latina, telling my story, and I was opening up. I was very vulnerable, and I was like, damn, I don't know if I'm ready to say all these things yet. Maybe I should just start slow, or, maybe do a little talk show, bring in my friends and chit chat with them and help them tell their story, and maybe that'll help me tell my story. And that's how it pretty much started. I said, let me executive produce a talk show, not a podcast, a talk show, right?
Smart.
But
Yep.
Nonetheless, this is a podcast world, right? So I'm immediately in that world with you guys.
But keep saying talk show, because I don't use the word podcast either.
Okay.
Just FYI, I don't. I never did. Even back, because I'm like, you know what? They don't know the work you put in.
Yeah.
I know a lot of folks don't know how long I'm in the middle of the night talking to this guy. So from a standpoint of, well, yeah, it's a podcast. I get that. We were doing this before the word was even created.
Yeah.
And the reality is that you put too much work in. So don't box yourself with everybody else. You are a talk show.
Okay. I'm a talk show.
There you go.
But we are, and so yes, we are streaming on all platforms, audio, and we're on YouTube. And I'm also partnered with Melanie in distribution. So I kind of decided to boss up this year. I didn't want to be talent. I wanted to be somebody who is in charge of my own destiny.
Put your pivot in, yeah.
And we started with season 1. I interviewed my first 6 guests were literally my friends. Black Rose, Jenny Jen.
Big shout to Black Rose. I was
yes.
listening to her on the radio this
That's
week.
my baby. Yeah.
I reached out to her and gave her her flowers, but salute to her. I'm sorry, continue.
Yeah, we interviewed Kim Osorio, Honey German, Violeta Galagarza of KR3Ts, and Adrian Alicea. So the first season was a great start. It was very I got that rush, and then we went with season 2, and now we're in season 2. We just wrapped up. I interviewed Titi Torres. I mean, you guys saw.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a nice list, and now we're getting ready for season 3.
Nice.
And it's been quite the journey. I'm partnering up with a new production company, Red Summer TV. Shout out to them. And they saw the vision, and they're like, we want to help you elevate it. So now things are going to be a little bit better this year. Yeah, I'm excited. But
More corporate.
A little bit more corporate, yeah. And a little bit more help. The uploading of the video, all that stuff. Yeah, I was I think somebody else needs to take over this because I'm not tech savvy.
From the discipline of acting, because you've done modeling, you've done magazines, you've done acting, now you're doing talking.
I know.
The discipline.
Can't get it together. My mom says you can't figure it out.
Listen, you just listen.
No, I like to explore. I don't like to box myself
never
in.
never stop
entertainment
pivoting.
groups.
So the discipline that it takes to do those two, and now you're in this world, is there a difference, or do you see hey, it's all entertainment, but is there a difference in how you present or how you put yourself out there?
Oh my God, yeah. There's a difference. Modeling, you're just talent. You're coming in, look good, look pretty, shut up, and that's it. Acting, there's a level of respect there because now, you have the craft, you have to put in the work, you have to get emotional, you're reading a script, you're memorizing. Yeah. It's like going to school, They give you a list of things to study, you got to memorize it for the test. The test is the movie. So that, I like that, I love that. But I also like to be in charge. So now leading it, that's what kind of made me get into production.
Yeah.
Because I'm I need to be the one doing everything. I want to be in charge of lighting, everything. Not that I'm behind the camera doing lighting, but I have say in what looks good and what doesn't.
Well, you have an advantage, right?
Yeah.
Because now you're on the other side of the camera.
Yeah.
So it's how the people are coming in. They're nervous or they're anxious and stuff.
And I get to really feel that energy too as an actress. Obviously I'm an empath, so I like to just make sure that the setting is always calm and we crack jokes. I make everybody laugh right before, and then boom, we open up.
Yeah.
So what is the hardest thing for you to give up? That that you can't do everything all the time. So what is one of the hardest things that you have to give up?
So for me, honestly, is family time. That's the thing that for me is the hardest, and it has been the hardest. It sometimes makes me want to cry because I don't get to spend time with my family ever. It's so and it's gotten to the point that even when I want to schedule like family time, they're like,
We got some
they're
tissues.
busy. So it's like that's the hardest thing for me.
But you know what? I know it's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. You're in a safe space. You know what? I feel that because you're giving so much, but you're doing it for not
I'm doing
just
it
yourself,
for them,
right?
but
Yeah,
they don't see that
right.
at all. But I love my kids.
Of course.
But everybody's walking their own journey is what I'm realizing. Like I can't control how how they feel about my career.
Right.
But it is what it is. It's
They
how
will
I pay the
definitely
bills.
see that. No doubt, they will definitely see it because sometimes when we're in it, right, we don't notice it, right? And somebody's doing, but then as we get older and we go through our own trials and tribulations, we realize, wow, mom really sacrifices. It's something that she wasn't just doing for herself. It wasn't a selfish act; it was a giving act. So
Yeah.
I think it's also different because and it's not to put one against the other, but it's you're the mom. So it's different when dad goes out there and he goes to get to the bag and he gets the money. That's what dads are supposed to do.
Right.
And yeah, you guys are available when you guys are available. If you're home by dinner, the kids are happy and they'll run to the door faster. But moms don't ever stop being a mom. So I'm sure you're on set, you're
And
working,
I'm
you're getting a
literally,
call,
like-
and you're like, hold on, babe. And I go through the same thing with my
It's
show.
a balancing act.
It is,
People,
and it's
people need to understand we all have dreams. And sometimes we got to put our dreams off for the significant others or family.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't mean the dream I have is supposed to stop. Not supposed to not pursue it.
That was another reason why I had to take like some time off from acting and just kind of like create more of like a schedule that
Or structure.
structure that allowed me like some free time. But I still don't have free time.
right. Like even if you make a schedule, it's like something always pops up.
Yeah.
Like and
Oh my
that's for
God.
anybody. That's not just mom and dad. That's anybody. Like you can say, yeah, I'm gonna be here by 11 o'clock, and it's like I got stuck in traffic 30 minutes. Now I'm behind, and that stress it's added on, and then you see these littles running around, and they want so much from you, and I'm like, I just want to be able.
But
to
you
have
know,
energy
Andrea,
to shower.
somebody gonna be listening to say, "I need to have your word. I need to get the hell out of this house. I don't even want family time."
But you know what? You know what
That
though? That's their problem because they don't want it bad enough.
See, but that's a horrible misconception. And let me tell you why. It's one thing to be talent, and this is no disrespect to talent. We're all talent in some capacity.
Yes.
But when you decide to take a producer's role, all of what you've really done is you've taken in another child.
Yes.
So now, I think for most people, particularly, and this is not a stereotypical, this is not a stereotype issue. This is a realistic dilemma. Is that once you become a producer of your project, you now have another child. You already know how you treat your own children as a mother.
Yes.
Now you just became mom to something else.
Absolutely.
So now the issue becomes, which one of my children am I showing favoritism to? If I show favoritism to my children, then my production child becomes neglected. And now I'm sending a child out into the world that looks raggedy. Shoes ain't right, clothes ain't pressed, face ain't washed. Or I spend all my time focused on my production child, and my physical children theoretically, emotionally, start to look the same way, emotionally raggedy. So now, as a parent, you're struggling with which one of my children get the
That's how
time.
y'all look to me sometimes. Y'all
Right?
look raggedy.
Let me tell you.
He always shady.
You're parents.
He's always
Tell
shady.
me, am I wrong
You
with
are
that?
not
No, you're
wrong.
wrong.
That is exactly it. Like literally, like you got to make sure. There's times that I'm like, oh my God, they didn't do their fucking laundry. Like now I gotta go and like it's like I have to stay on top of every single
Sound like
thing.
rodeo.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Oh.
do it.
Rodeo just go shopping. He don't even care.
Nah.
He just popped
He
tags.
throw it in the garbage and he's like, I'm not dealing with
Go shopping
this.
and
That's what I said.
come out dirty
25.
outfit.
Jiggling.
25 checks.
But yes.
You're talking again to
No, but
Katherine
yeah,
Nunez.
you know,
right.
I love this journey. I love producing. Even though I've made a lot of sacrifices, I know they're gonna pay off. Listen, I've tried to get my kids to come to set and be like, you know, assistant producers. They don't like it. All right. I'm working.
That's not their dream. This
Yeah.
is your dream,
Yeah.
and you follow it. They believe me. They'll come around.
I
know
hope
what I'm
so.
saying? Oh, believe
But
me,
you
they
know
gonna
what?
come
They gonna
around.
when,
Oh, believe
when
me.
the money start
Oh,
coming
yeah.
in. They little.
Let them talk to Mel for 5 minutes. They'll start
They'll
being
come
everything.
around.
We're talking again to actress extraordinaire Katherine Nunez, podcaster as well. So you're in the production stage. You mentioned you're looking to do a feature film. So that's
That's
your goal.
definitely something that I am looking to do. I have been writing. I've been writing like 2 different projects, and I'm like, I'm a beginner writer. I'm not like a screenwriter. Like I'm not a professional.
Give us the overview. What's it about? Who would you want to be the stars? And
Would you be on your own film?
I would. I probably would not play the lead because my film is definitely going to be something that's based on my real life.
So story behind you.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely like a narrative film.
Would you cameo you? So,
I
I mean,
would
Stan
cameo.
Lee. I believe Stan Lee is one of the greatest. May he rest in peace. Stan Lee was one of the greatest at that. You could see any Marvel movie before he passed, and it could be Iron Man walking down the stairs as a gentleman walks up the stairs
And it's
past him,
Stan Lee.
and that's Stan Lee.
Yeah, that's kind of like
was also
that's a
Alfred
vibe
Hitchcock,
too.
Alfred Hitchcock did the
Yeah,
same
same
thing.
thing.
Yes.
I like that. Like that mysterious. Like who is that person?
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
So who would be the star? Who would you want the star to play you?
Oh, to play me?
Yes.
I would definitely. I mean, there has to be a young one and
And an older one.
an old one. I don't know who would play young me yet, but I think who I would want to play old me is definitely like Zoe Saldana. She is she's always been
can
my
see
favorite
that,
actress. Or I mean, yeah, her, but she's really skinny. But I don't
we can
know.
work on that. Don't worry.
Yeah, the camera asked 10
Can't have
pounds.
10 pounds.
Exactly.
Knowing her
Remind me not to call you guys if I'm having a
personally and
bad
have
day.
for 25 years.
I'm not
Yeah.
calling.
Say that, Mike.
I said knowing Zoe personally for over 25 years. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, maybe that's who you
It's
need
the
to
same
see,
Zoe.
Katherine.
Baby me and Zoe were like skin, like we kind of like. I don't want to say I look like her because she's gorgeous, but yeah,
You ain't running from nobody.
But yeah, I would want her to play me.
Okay.
But I don't know when. Like I would have to see who is out at that
Right.
time. Like when I'm finished writing.
But it's just your vision board.
But I would want. You know who I want to play my man?
Who, me?
Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, I thought it was me. Sorry.
Hell,
I
Look at
don't
the camera.
act.
Look at the camera. Tell him.
Michael B. Jordan.
That's your girl.
I want to hire you for my first feature film.
You, Wallace.
You from Jersey. I'm from
The
Jersey.
Wire.
What's up? And Julito's my friend.
Yeah.
I'm interviewing him in season 3 too, telling his story because he has a dope story.
He's
so, yeah.
phenomenal. Yeah,
Yeah.
big brother. Yeah, no doubt.
So
Cool. Well, again, like I said, that's what it's about. So we got a few minutes
I'm
left.
surprised you ain't say you gonna invite him on the show.
I'm not Hispanic.
No, yeah, that
I'm not
don't have to be Hispanic.
Well, then I need to be invited,
You need to put
Kathy.
on-
Don't need to
Street.
be Hispanic.
Well, I need to be invited.
All of
I've-
that's coming. I'm definitely going to be into like I gotta bring Melanie on, tell her story. I actually want to bring also Rucker Park
Oh,
because I was
yeah.
I was like wow, like I feel like bad that his story,
But it's coming out now.
No, listen. There's never, as long as you got breath in your lungs.
We gonna
there's never
bring
too
you. We gonna bring you guys.
Well, I'm
all
listening.
three.
I'm always
all,
ready.
all 4 of y'all.
That's right. Four
All
heartbeats.
3 of y'all. Whatever.
It's a hard tonight.
And he came
But
over there.
yeah, no, I
Ain't nobody come to see you rodeo.
They're like, ah.
but yeah.
But again, I can't thank you enough. And again, like, through this journey, right, this talk show journey we meet a lot of phenomenal people. And I was telling this to somebody the other day, like, in this phase of my life, it's been so rewarding. Like, me and Ed go back. We talk. We used to coach. We worked at Sears as kids. Ed was stealing a lot. But,
No, you better speak up
No,
on
it's
that.
fine.
Statue of limitations. Statue of
I'm joking,
I
I'm
limitations.
worked at
joking.
Burlington Co-Factor and I used to steal from there.
but this journey that
Usually on a
I've
budget.
this journey I've experienced from just doing talk shows and meeting phenomenal people, and you're on that list. You really are. And again, sometimes you don't get a chance to tell people because everybody's on their own journey. But I am so happy and really a fan of what you're doing and truly proud of your success. So
Thank
get
you.
your sunglasses ready because the future is extremely
You know she got a
bright.
lot of pairs.
Oh,
I know
thank
she
you.
got some stylish pairs. Where can people get the podcast, learn more about you, book
So,
you for gigs when you're ready?
Oh yeah, everybody start booking me for everything. No, but you can find Tales of a Latina on all streaming platforms: iHeart, Spotify, Audible, Apple. I mean, just Google it. Okay, Google and the pod link is in my Instagram bio, and it's also on YouTube if you want to see the visual.
I think they would want that.
Yeah, everybody wants.
No
to
knock
see
to
the
Mel.
visual.
Mel wanted to listen.
No,
so. Sorry. Listen.
But Mel said
Listen.
We gonna connect my YouTube to my so it could just be one thing. Yeah, because I'm not tech savvy, but
The ringtone is ching ching.
But yes, Tales of Latina everywhere.
Ding dong.
Exactly. Mel's about her money.
No doubt.
Follow me on everything, Katherine K. Nunez. I love everybody. Thank you for having me on the platform. I'm so grateful. I feel like you guys always allow me to tell my story. And I cried with y'all. That's the first time I
that's good for ratings. Yeah, that's actually good for ratings. You cried.
Yes.
We 10 years.
It's not even that. I'm sorry
We are
for
10
making
years
that
plus.
happen.
Yeah.
The legend in the making, Katherine Nunez. Gonna take a quick break. We keep this day moving. Best team in radio. Where else you want to be?